Cool. So you sent me over this set here versus Koriyamon on Yoshi's Story. Like, it looks like you played on Yoshi's Story. So let's see here.
Yep.
So I've noticed. So whenever I'm about to like jump into like a VOD review, for myself, something I like to do is I like to just take a quick look at these numbers to get a sense of like, you know, what happened in the game, like general like trends. Kind of like helps prime me for like what we're gonna be looking for. Something I noticed, So something I notice here is that like your openings per kill is quite high. Now this doesn't really mean anything per se, especially with zoners like Link. But it is the thing that also stands out to me is just the percents that you're the percents that you're killing him at. So like 156, 115, 85. With like if we could like distribute that damage over like into things that like funnel into gimps, then like that is something that I think that is worth that. Like when I see all these hits in the stock and then couple it with the fact that like we did a lot of damage here, like the amount of total damage we did was probably like 350 is quite a bit, especially versus Falco. Like I think that 400 is usually about what you want to kill him. But like at 350, you're really close to like the amount that's needed. You know what I like to a good amount that's needed. So I think that one thing that we might want to keep in mind as we're going through this is just like the idea that maybe there's ways that we can be taking better openings or like leading to things that can get rid of him sooner. Because I think that like because it's just like we want to be efficient. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Was there anything that, just before we get too deep into it actually, was there anything about this set about this game that you remember?
Well, the entire event, I was trying to practice, so I kind of focus on implementing one thing at a time, and this was doing the nairs in the way that we talked about. So there were instances where I was like spacing them more so that I would have more space. If I was hitting shield, it would be spaced a little more, or just like not going in.
Yeah,
on his shield.
And how did you find that? And how did you find that to work?
Well, I did win the other 3 games, so I found it was working really well in those.
Hell yeah!
So that was really good. And just being able to shield poke so, like, almost consistently was, like, fantastic with Nair.
Amazing.
So, that was really, really great. So I don't remember what went wrong this set, or this, game here.
Okay, so amazing. So if we're working on Nair usage, maybe like this can also be like a kind of like a place where we can troubleshoot some of the ways that can go wrong and like maybe what we do instead. All of that, in addition to punishing harder, I think that makes sense. So this first stock, we're just kind of, I see what you mean about the Nairs just kind of coming out, so no concern here. Okay, let's talk about this bomb. So why are we throwing, like, we have a bomb in our hand, Falco's off stage. Is it because of the Shy Guys that you don't throw the bomb at him?
I think that's part of it. Like, I knew that I think throughout that night, I was hitting Shy Guys a ton with projectiles, and then I wasn't getting anything off of it.
Okay. You could drop the bomb.
Yeah, honestly, placing it on platform would be good probably as well.
Yeah, because like we don't necessarily have to throw it at him to hit him. Like the explosion lingers a little bit, right? So like what I'm thinking here is, like we go through the effort of pulling this bomb, and then like we toss it towards the stage. But like if we hop up here and just drop it while we're in the air, it will still cover that space that he's illusioning into.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Yep.
Yeah, so like. Then we still get the value out of the bomb, and I think that, like, it keeps the Link more actionable. So instead of us, like, dropping down to the edge, because right now we're hard covering him going to the edge, basically. But if we have the bomb here, like, well, let me ask you, because you know the Link, guess what character we were working on? Ness, that's right. But yeah, like, so let's think about this. So if you were to instead drop the bomb maybe around, like, so you maybe jump like here, drop the bomb, which we'll do in red, maybe like here. So the bomb is occupying this spot. Like we've just dropped it. Where where can Link go?
So I drop the bomb on the platform there, and then.
Well, you drop it in the air. I don't know if it how would you do? Well, how would you do it? Like. Help me guide Link here. So we do this. This is where we get up to.
Yeah, and so then what I would do in this situation, other than what I did there, would be to jump up, and then as I sort of like pass through the platform, there's a point where you can hit Z, and it'll place the bomb on the platform.
Okay.
And then I think I normally like waveland then onto the platform.
Gotcha. So like, does it? Okay, so let me ask you, why the waveland? What's the waveland giving you?
Probably, I would assume.
Don't
it
assume.
would make
Tell me what it.
Oh yes, yeah. So waveland would put me onto the platform so that I would hopefully be grounded and have more options from that position. Because then I could like drop through the platform and do any sort of aerial as well without having to go into jump squat, things like that.
These platforms are pretty, like, couldn't we just also like instant double, like, you know how like we do that double jump setup on the battlefield platforms? Couldn't we just do something like that, like something like that here? Maybe not exactly the same, but like just like drop the bomb, fall through immediately, like drop the bomb, like hop up here, drop the bomb, then fast fall through the platform. Because I feel like the way I look at this bomb, and maybe I'm different, maybe you look at it differently, but like with Falco recovering off stage over here, he'll be blue. So like this is Falco. He's like about here. So if he's coming back from this is stopping the illusion forward.
Right.
Right? Because if he runs into the bomb and hits it with the illusion, he's gonna it pops. So like he doesn't want to do that. So really his recovery pathways are now more about like how does he come forward without it. So he could shorten here. Like he could shorten to about the A distance and fall to the edge. Like this is fine. But like then that means he's then passing through this territory. Right?
Right.
So then at that point he could also like drop below the platform and try to get to the stage like so. But then he is like also passing through like a specific territory. So you see what's like kind of happening here. So what I'm thinking here is I just want to be on the Florist Link. Because it's like...
Yeah.
Because like if we're on the floor, if his options are basically like go at us in some way, or go to the ledge in some way, like almost all of these involve him kind of like traveling through the same, like at least assuming he's doing an illusion-based setup, they all kind of like have him traveling through like the same sort of like this like sort of general area below the bomb. So to me, like this is where I want Link capable of covering this spot.
Yes, yeah.
Because the other thing he could do is he could up B.
Yeah, that's true.
But if where is he gonna up B from? Like it's gonna be like here. It's gonna be somewhere over here. And Link being on the ground here is perfectly fine for that because you just fall hop here over there.
Yeah. And I bet... I'm willing to bet that you might not even need to place the bomb on the platform. From this position, I might be able to just jump and then Z-drop the bomb in that sort of particular location where we have the side B indicators, sort of... And then fast fall down, and the bomb would linger in the air and fall slower than me and might cover more of those options as well as I get back to the ground.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So instead of I love that. So instead of the bomb being here, we're thinking like maybe like we jump a little higher, put it here, and then like
fast fall.
I'm pretty sure I have seen Link. I'm reasonably because we could also like because we jump here, we go off, double jump up here, drop bomb, fast fall back down. Yeah, so the motion would look something like. Probably something like this isn't an exact like the thing, but like something like that kind of. Yeah. I love that.
That's what I'm thinking.
I love that. And the other thing here is like by us jumping forward, like if we're jumping forward for this, right? Like if we're going over here, we might also just be able to throw the bomb in front of the Shy Guys, low key. Like.
Oh yeah.
You see what I mean? Like we just jump in front of that one. So. Because if you jump.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because like look at like how the bomb travels. If you had full hopped forward and thrown it at him, you probably just get him.
Yeah.
And then it's just double jump nair, kill him, or like falling nair.
And that's a dead Falco. Yeah.
Yeah. So like what do we say? So what would you say is like what do you say is the takeaway here? Like what are we like learning about how we can like? Because you look at these Shy Guys, I think, as like this big like giant obstacle. And, like, they are disruptive. But, like, what are we learning about how we can... But, like, in terms of the structure of how Falco moves and, like, what they do and where these guys occupy, like, what are we learning about where our options are? What our options are like?
I'm learning that in this situation so far, I don't just have to give up bomb and try to take ledge. I can still use it through Z dropping and my movement in order to cover spaces that Falco would want to go to, and force him into a situation where his side B or up B would be more committal or have more lag on it, right?
Or have more risk, or just like be at risk,
yes.
or be at risk of dying. Like, if we hit this bomb on him, like, we are probably combo... Like, if he DIs up, we can probably, like, nair him. If he DIs away, he probably dies off... Like, he could actually just, like, go too far, because he's used his jump at this point. So, like, the big thing here, I think that the important part here is more to do... Like, heck, we could... Like, heck, if we hit this bomb, we could probably double jump back and boomerang it in some spots. Like...
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Aklo do that one. So I think the bigger thing here is just, like, the idea behind this position in general, like, this edge guarding position, is that a lot of, like, because you're a character who has a projectile that can cover, like, different spaces, at the end of the day, the spacies, like, basically move. They can either come forward with the illusion. If they have to commit to a recovery special, they either come forward with the illusion, which gives them this kind of like sideways, like which gives them kind of like these lanes that they can travel through as they're coming forward. The bomb is really is a really valuable way of like covering that. And the other fat part of it is if in lieu of being able to illusion, then their next option would be a B. Bomb, like, the bomb is usually like a really good way to like kind of force their hand onto one of those routes. And I think in the case of Falco, it's easier because he just doesn't have as much distance. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
That really helps with
yeah.
I think one of the issues I've experienced is foxes at the very least wanting to like ledge cancel their side Bs on the platform as they come back to stage.
Ooh, yeah, this is very good into that because you can just shoot, you can just drop the bomb or throw it at that arc, and like the nice thing about dropping it is nice because it's easy to connect additional hits off it. Throwing it can be like more awkward, but like the nice thing there is it like travels either down quickly or like a nice arc. There's like don't feel limit like the bomb can be a way to cover a lot of things. So yeah, like it's really good, especially for edge guarding. Like think about the limitations of Peach's turnips, and those are still like versus Fox's at B, and how it just kind of or Falco's at B, and how they just kind of go through the up B a lot, like most of the time. Her turnip is still an excellent edge guarding move, and your bomb does like while its trajectory isn't quite as convenient as theirs. It also just straight up beats their up B. So like all of the a lot of the biggest hindrances that Peach deals with as an edge guarder, like your bomb doesn't deal with any of that.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's an excellent move. So I'm noticing we're a little antsy here. Walk me through what's going on. Walk me through this situation because I love the
Yeah, so I felt comfortable shielding after my ledge dash just because I had bomb, and I think that was good. But looking at the situation after that, I think I didn't capitalize nearly as well on because I got the grab, which is good, and then I just didn't. I should have went to platform. And tech chased.
Could you have question? If you short hop up air, like if you turn around for this short hop up air, you can definitely get that, right? Like
yeah. Oh yeah, this is because I'm very afraid for whatever reason. I'm very afraid of trying to go for the up air in this situation because I feel like there's a risk of going off stage.
Okay. And
dying. So that's definitely like a mental sort of thing that I need to factor in and get used to.
Okay, well, I mean, like, perhaps, it might be... So, like, the one thing I'd comment on that is, like, here, let me show you something. There's lots of ways to do an up air. It's not just a matter of, like, we have to do short hop up air. There's, like, instant double jump stuff, like, there's 1,000,001 ways to do an up air, like, here. So we want no combo, because I don't know how to do that, but, like, something like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's great. Yeah, that actually works out really well.
Yeah, because, like, double jump is, like, short. So, like, this is a nice thing about, like, characters with, like... Because, like, yeah, you could, like... It's really easy to overshoot his, like, his short hop up here. But, like, you could also, like, You could do something like this. You could do back air, like instant double jump back air onto the platform.
Yeah.
You could even get like good.
Never considered this. This is awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So like, I would say that like, I would also say that like, from what I can tell, like, let's actually use Falco for this. We'll go to combo training because I'm now curious. So he DIs onto the platform of Yoshi's at like 40, and let's just brute force this. Let's say 33. Okay, so it's a little higher, 35. And we'll do survival DI. No, combo DI. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's the issue.
But like, if you do
that solves it. That solves it. Yeah, what you just did.
Yeah, you just
solves the issue.
Yeah, like you just land on the like you kind of like do both actually, because like the other thing here is like you can also like kind of cover, like you might probably be able to cover the platform. Actually, yeah, because I did the double jump and then just reacted with it like that.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. The coverage is yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, these are
so double jump.
Juicy.
So double jump setups. We want to explore those. Let's actually I'm gonna make a note of that right now, in your takeaways, because like I think that's like it's so key takeaways. Instant double jump setups for doing your aerial tech chases on platforms. Yeah, because like the other thing here is like you see there's a lot of flexibility with that, because Link has such good air mobility. So like we're also playing to one of his strengths, which is like awesome. Like, we want to do that more.
Yes, sounds good. In that situation, you make Link look fast, which is incredible.
You know what? People need to use their double jumps like for tactics more. Like double jumping is sick.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So no, we were further into the stock when this for that one I think. Oh no. Okay, yeah. It happens over on over here. Yeah.
The
now
left. Yeah.
Okay. I see what you mean about the nairs. So like one thing I'd comment that I'm noticing is that he's playing above the nair. So like you see what he's doing, like he's kind of like hopping up with you, and then because his jump goes higher, then he just comes down from a good angle because your nair, while an excellent move, does not cover your face. So like when you're above him, like that's when you're able to get the good 45-degree angle on him. That's when you're winning your exchanges, which makes sense. But I think that like so the secret of Yoshi's story is that it's actually a pretty open layout in general. Like, I know that people say it's a cramped level, but it really isn't, because you have so much space between these platforms. Like, if we were on Battlefield or Fountain, these would be, like, here and here. You see what I mean? Like, the platforms themselves would not have this much space between them, which makes Yoshi's story, in my opinion, like, a much more open level, in a weird way. Even though we don't really think of it that way, because we're like, oh, it's, like, so small. But it's small, but it's not compact. If that, like, that's kind of, like, how I look at it. So, because it's small but not compact, I would say that, like, we're going to, like, when people have the option to play in open spaces, what that generally means is that they're willing to be in the air more, which makes sense because we think about, like, how these platforms work. So one thing I would consider here is, like, potentially up-airing more, or, like, or chilling under these platforms a little bit to see if he comes in, and then, like, up-airing him if he goes above you. Because, like, to me, the big thing here is, like, let's go back at this interaction. So, like, you're here, and you're trying to, like, get a, like, it looks, what do you think you're trying to do with that double jump?
Yeah, I don't remember in the moment. Oh, I was trying to nair again.
Yeah, so...
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, here I would say that, like, the answer is not... It's not super fancy. Like, we got it. Like, Falco's going above us. Like, a character with less range than us just went above us. Like, what do? We're a sword character. We anti-air him. We just
up
air, up tilt, make him dead.
Yeah, that's smart. That would be good.
Yeah. It's not like like this. Like, to me, like, though, that's like I'm not super concerned though about that in particular, because I think, like, as you said, you were kind of like playing with the new stuff. So I'm not worried about like this part about like Yoshi's Story Falco when you're trying new stuff like being a problem. There we go. Yo, I saw that. So like that's good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. But that would also explain like the reasoning, like why we're not seeing as many power hits. I would urge you to I think that. So let's actually look at this combo at this like instant short hop, like this instant up air stuff. So like we get this dash attack and like, what do you think is better? Do you think it would be better to follow him up with like the instant double jump here, or do you think that like short hop up air would be better here?
Let's see. Short hop up air probably lets me react to more options, I think. Like waiting and then doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like to get up to... But with the double jump, even if I miss, I could probably do the double jump up air, and then even if I miss, still react to something. If he techs, like, in either direction, maybe?
So up air is pretty laggy. But you are Link, so like edge canceling like that up air across like on a platform is not super is not a super big ask. So the way if I were in the spot, I guess the big question for me is, do you think you're killing him off the top with down air, or do we need to do more damage?
We need more damage, I believe.
Gotcha. So which one do you think is better at building damage?
That would be probably stay under the platform with up air, because then you can continue up airing.
Yeah, so we like stay under it, and then we can we can kind of like board or land on the platform on the next one. We're not we're not as like committed in that way. Okay, that makes sense.
Right, sort of juggle them up before we go to the platform. Okay.
Yeah, let's do a comparison for funsies. So let's do combo training for this and just like see what we can come up with. So like you're gonna guide me here. So we're gonna put him to 69 because that's what he was at, and we're gonna put on this platform.
Perfect.
Come here, you. So let's see here. If we do this,
another up air, yeah.
So like okay, I think that I think I see the vision. So like basically we're doing that.
Yeah.
So like we're doing this, and then we're like kind of like landing on it. But like, is it easier if we like land on
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we land on the platform, like, what do we do with what do you think we do like if we're on the platform? It's like it feels awkward in some of these spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 It looks a little awkward at times. That worked out well.
Yeah, but like this one, but like it's. I think like, the big thing is like that. There's gonna be some awkwardness just because like again like sometimes it's hard to like get the follow up. But like I think that what we're seeing here is that like that something like that could be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing here is like I think we need the weak hits on some of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And probably it would work a little better at lower percents as well.
Yeah, well, we had him at 60s, right? It's like, so we have to give the percents that we have.
Of course, yeah.
But like, I think the big problem with like landing up here is that in a weird way we actually don't want to be that close because we are noticing that the high knockback is like sometimes like not ideal, so we actually do want the weak hit at times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that. So, yeah, like I think this makes sense, like because he's already at pretty high percent. We kind of want to do. It feels like what we want there is strong up air into like weak up air into like down air or like some other or like a finisher. Like we want to kind of do like strong hit, weak hit, strong hit at that percent based on like how he's moving around when we're hitting him. And like by staying below the platform, it's actually easier to hit the weak hit. So like there's a degree to which we don't actually want to be as close to as close to him as humanly possible. And I think that's something worth noting in terms of like how we have to be making our combo tree decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I remember seeing that, and I was like, I like that. I really liked the nair. One thing I'm noticing that Aklo does sometimes is he just like down airs like Zane, like he down airs people like in these kinds of tech chases like somewhat liberally. What do you think about that compared to doing nair?
I think it's a pretty good option. It would probably give me a lot more space to even pull a bomb, even if I wanted, if I hit it.
Mm-hmm.
And in these situations, I could probably even ledge cancel it if I do miss.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you'd be able to connect it on that tech?
I don't know if it's a read or reactable. I feel like it's not reactable.
I'm asking if you think it's possible.
It's possible. It's totally possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I could probably try and connect it there, I think.
Do you think you could get it on Tech in Place?
No, not Tech in Place.
So do you think? So then, would you say that like you're probably? Is that why you're going for the Nair then? You think?
Yeah, I think so.
Gotcha. So the Nair is there because like on Tech in Place you can stay underneath him and possibly hit him because it's a much faster move. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So okay, cool.
The only caveat I would say is that you could do like a sweeping dare to try and cover the whole platform, to cover like every option. You can kind of get away with that sometimes if you just like drift with the dare across it, but you're also getting weak dare then, which isn't overly great.
Mm-hmm. I think one thing I'm noticing is that like a lot of times your solution to like him like to a lot of these positions is to kind of like is to kind of like make a really big call out with a B, like this one, like, because this is great, like the way that you get him here like makes sense. I want to ask though, like, what if he had fired the lasers lower? Is that why you're crouching? Is that like meant to be like what the shield is for, or like what's the dynamic of this situation?
This, in the moment, I was probably just hoping. I just wanted to get the kill and was hoping that he was slow enough with the laser that I could get the up B out.
Okay.
That's probably what it was. To some degree, I was hoping the Hylian shield would stop it, because then you're very actionable after it tanks a laser.
Okay. So the whole idea there, so basically that particular what you do there is basically because the lasers are coming up, and you need to deal with them in some way, and I'm just gonna stale this. So like you're in this position, like you're where the link is now, and you're from where you're standing. The only way to beat this is like. The only way to beat, like, the ledge hop to the laser is just basically, like, if it hits, is to basically just do something like that up B, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see something, because I think we might have, like, better options than that. So let me just do a quick recording, because I know that, like, Gannons and Falcons, like, do something different here. So let me see if I can...
One of the best options for this situation is to have a bomb in hand. I know that's what other links tend to do.
Okay.
But
because I think that like what Gannons and Falcons do is like they CC the laser, but like
okay.
what I'm noticing here is that like because the shield blocks it, I think this might actually just be a thing because like I bet because like this here, like this, the first laser doesn't work. Interesting. Because like the first laser only, it's like, okay.
You might have to stand. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if you can CC jab between those two hits. So like that should be okay. And now we'll just use the slot to control him. No, it's not gonna work.
No.
Oh wait.
Yeah, jab's too close. Oh.
Right.
Oh. Is it if it hits shield?
I don't know. So we have to like block, and then I think.
Oh no, that was CC. That was CC, right?
I think that like, yeah, you have a. I think you have a gap. I think you have a gap, but like it's hard.
It's hard, yeah. Yeah. I think Link has like a 6-frame jab.
Yeah, whereas they have 3, so like it's. Yeah. Never mind. That was a thought, but yeah, I think with that in mind, so if that's the case, could it make more sense to just pull the? Could it make sense if he's going into that kind of recovering position? Could it make sense to just like prioritize the bomb instead?
Yes, yeah. I think prioritizing bomb is good, and it might even be worth like because if you get hit by laser, your bomb pull actually becomes less laggy because unlike Peach, who, if she gets hit out of the pull, she loses it, the turnip. If Link's, as long as the bomb is spawned in Link's hand, if he gets interrupted from that pull, he still has it. So it could be worth like ASDIing down or something, and then I
think we just short hop over with bomb pull.
Or that, yeah, that's probably even better. You don't get hit then. Yeah.
Well, yeah, sure, I'm thinking we short hop over, or like the other thing that makes some amount of sense is like after you hit this nair, like you come down like really quickly, but you could have double jumped like and pulled the bomb towards him, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So like it would be like you hop backwards and then like pull it and then like land around here somewhere.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And another reason why I like your short hop suggestion is because something I noticed in one of the other matches in this set was that getting hit in the air for laser, at least for Link, for me, was like actually not a big deal because you can almost immediately double jump out of it.
Yeah. So like I think we have like two lines of play that make a lot of sense here. Like either we land here and then a short hop bomb pull over here. Like that makes a ton of sense. So like if we had and the other one I would say is just like honestly just double jump, like we just hit him away from us. Like if we just double jump over towards him like so, and then pull the bomb that way, like that also makes a ton of sense to me, you know?
Yeah.
So like between the two of them, which one do you think you'd go for here?
Okay, so between short hopping over and pulling bomb, or between double jump?
Landing, short hopping over with bomb versus double jumping over towards him with bomb.
I think I would probably do short hop.
Okay.
Just because saving my double jump while pulling the bomb sounds pretty good if I get interrupted. Again, if he were to like laser me somehow, I can either immediately throw bomb or double jump away.
Yeah, but like the
Does
thing
that make sense?
It does. I think we're making an assumption. I think it makes sense if we assume that like it makes sense if we assume that we're vulnerable.
Okay.
Because like here, what I'm saying here is like, when Link can probably act out of it now, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. So I'm not in any danger, assuming, okay.
Like...
Yeah, so I would double jump and then pull bomb right here.
Yeah, like, because you're doing it towards him here to follow him to the edge so that you wind up in like a better edge guarding position. Because we're still trying to pressure him. Like, I'm saying we go... Like, I'm saying we go over, like, maybe around here, and then, like, we land somewhere here. Well, so, like, the idea here is that, like, the double jump that we're doing is basically designed to get us from here over into the spot where we need to be to, like, actually edgeguard him while producing the item that we need in order to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah.
Because we kind of need because what you've just told me is that we need the bomb. Like, the bomb makes this position of like ledge pressuring Falco like a million times better. So if the bomb really is that good, then I think that like I think that what we need to do is we need to structure our movement around getting it as we enter the space where we need it.
Yeah.
So like here that's why I'm saying double jump bomb. And like the other thing here that we have going for us is that we've just knocked Falco onto the ledge. So like to me this is a really critical, like the critical part here is I think that with characters like Link and Falco, Peach, I don't know, like basically any kind of character who is like somewhat slow in a traditional way, because those characters are they all have like maneuverability. Like I either have good air acceleration or good airspeed, but like they don't have good ground speed. They are somewhat sluggish when it comes to just running over. So I feel like it's really important that we try to consolidate the things that they need to do for setup into as few movement actions as possible. So in Link's case here, like think about let's compare the movement actions needed, and like we generally agree that Link is faster in the air than he is on the ground. Like relatively speaking, he's like a little bit quicker on the air than on the ground. So like for here we have to land, then we have to short hop over like to here. So it's like we're going into like we're landing in this spot. And then we have to then go in through jump squat, go all the way over here, whereas this is just double jump over.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And this really helps with something we talked about in a previous session about learning like safe bomb pulls, similar to what like Peaches learned, and recognizing the opportunity to pull a bomb, because like let's face it, that's probably the biggest reason Link has any modicum of viability is bomb.
Yeah.
And so this would be really good to get to know when to pull those.
Yeah, so like would be like full hop Nair, and we know that like because of his percent, it's gonna like he like knocked like Falco knocked away. So Falco like knocked away. So like yeah, so then away, and then like so that's how we know like and this is like so double jump bomb, and like no double jump bomb because it's safe because of the percent and the fact that we hit him away. Like these are the factors that go into why this like winds up being good. So like let's actually look at a different game. I'm curious to see I'm curious to see like no, we'll finish this one. We'll finish looking at this one.
Sure.
But yeah, like I need what I'm curious about is like how because you look. I'm curious to see like where you found your bomb pulls in the other games, I guess. Knowing like seeing when I because like here it looks like it's really difficult, which makes sense given that how he's like working around us. But I'm just curious like what it would look like on another layout. What maps did you play? I think I saw Stadium twice, right?
Oh yeah, I think there was Battlefield. We started on Battlefield. We played on Stadium, and FD was one of them as well.
Okay. Wow, that's so funny. Because what I'm realizing is it's like that. If I had to pick levels where Corey's strategy doesn't work, like aside from Battlefield, yeah, like Stadium FD would be like the first two on my list. Because it's like what he's doing here that's good is like you see how you tried to approach him up there with your Nair, and then like he just like full hopped at you. He just short hopped and like at a good angle. So like yeah, to me when you see that, what jumps to mind in terms of like a solution?
Instead of sort of trying to recognize that I can't make it in time, and then instead going under the platform, maybe anticipating an up air from me, or like with the intention of doing an up air from my perspective.
What if we baited him? Because I think that the player describing is like the first thing that comes to mind, and like that makes sense. Like to be clear, it is a good play. But I like you just asked me about like safe bomb pulls, right? So here's a thought. So like if this is one line of play that we can reasonably take. This is I think the really obvious one that I think that like every Link player sees first because it makes tons of sense and it works in accordance with our good moves and our matchup goals, which is simply to go under the platform and do like sortie moves up. Makes sense. This is a classic way that disjoint characters win. So like sword move. Like yeah, this is good. But he sees us running towards that spot, right? So what if we run here and then jump backwards up here and pull bomb?
Yeah. Honestly, I could even jump forwards with like my full hop and then change my trajectory immediately to go onto the top platform. To make it look like I'm going for him and then like baiting back, right?
Well, so I'm actually what I'm doing is I'm having the dash do that.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
So I'm I'm not. So what I'm saying here is like if this is like let's mark Link's starting position on the board just so we can see it. So we'll make him red because he's player 1. So he's here, right? This is where he started. So what I'm saying is with this play, I want him to dash to about here. No, that's not an arrow. I want him to dash to about here, or about here, about this spot from where he was, and then I want him to jump backwards at this diagonal. Now, there's a few reasons for why I like this diagonal. I will give you a few of them. So Falco's approaching zones coming off this platform. They would be things like he can. I'll make him yellow. So he can short hop aerial. So like he's basically able to dash dance on this platform and come off in like that. Like he can run off the platform with aerial. He can also jump off the platform as well, which looks something like this. Like if depending on how far he wants to go. So the idea here by like pulling this bomb is we are trying to stay outside of his like short hop aerial zone.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
While also equipping a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So like where this would finish is like you around here. ish.
Oh, okay.
While holding the bomb, while he so if he attacks you off the if he comes off the platform and attacks you with an aerial, he's gonna finish like kind of around here while you're above him with a bomb. If he comes off if he thinks you're going to keep going forward and comes at you with like a runoff aerial, you have also dodged that. The other thing he could do to stop your grounded approach would be like fall through the platform with laser. So in which case you have dealt with all three of them.
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then the dash forward, the slight dash forward is a bait to sort of signal to him that I'm going in, but not really.
Yeah, exactly. We're just telling him like I'm gonna get you. Never mind. Change my mind.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, so like I would say like another form of this would be like baiting. Baiting by faking aggression. By faking aggro to earn bomb pull. Because the whole idea here is like we're kind of like entering. Where like the great thing about Link is that like because he can pull his bomb in the air, that he has ways of setting up his bomb pull that actually like put him into spots where like he can throw his bomb down very effectively. Like look at what Corey did to try to deal with your approach, right? So instead of jumping forward, like it's clear that he is like doing this down air somewhat in advance. In order to like stave off you like attacking him, because like he jumps on the same frame you do. So if you had jumped backwards here, like with bomb pull, you probably pull the bomb and can just like chuck it at him as he lands.
Oh yeah,
you cook him.
That's really good.
Yeah, you cook him. I think that like treating the bomb as sort of like a move that you can bait with is like a really key part of what makes Aklo so good. Let's take a look at Pokemon Stadium, because I'm curious about this one. Yeah, see, like, this is kind of like the concept I'm talking about. Like, so you jump here, like, he shoots these lasers expecting you to, like, probably he expects you to do something involving, like, leaving the platform, but you kind of go above them. And you wind up with this great position afterwards to, like, set up their bomb. Like, you have to use the bomb to set up your boomerang, but, like, that's still using the bomb, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's might be a way where, like, we could have thrown that, like, a little bit better. So, like, you throw it down here. I'm curious. What do you think would have happened if you had, like, drifted back more?
Drifted back more? I probably could have thrown it forward.
Yeah, are you...
Like, anticipated the down... or seen the down air then, and then... I just need to be more patient holding the bomb.
Yeah, can you make... From where you jump, can you make it back to the side platform? Like the other... Like the left one?
Yeah, if I double jump, I might be able to. Oh, maybe not there, but if I did it earlier...
Okay, what if you... Okay, that's fair. So this is probably why you're going this way. So, like, what if we... Is it possible that maybe the pathway we chose then into the open space isn't the most efficient then? Because if we can't make it back to this platform, why don't we use the one near him?
Yeah, okay.
So, like, do you see what I mean? Like, what I'm thinking here is, like, we could, like, easily, like, double jump Waveland forward.
Yeah.
Because, like, if we finish here, like, he has to basically, like, read us with... Like, he basically has to read us at that point, and even if he reads us, we're at 0, like... What do we care? Heck, like, how does he hit us? Like, he'd have to probably, like, full hop back air. I guess he could Shine Land. But I feel like Shine Land is, like, it's like, that is a hard read at that point. Yeah. But I feel,
that makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Also, is it possible we just jump forward slightly less far?
Yeah, I think that's probably... Yeah, because I could have even done the double jump earlier, I think. To get back, because once I'm pulling bomb, I'm committed to that trajectory. Does that make sense?
Yeah, right, because it's a special move. That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's, I suppose, a little difficult for me to change it in the midst of that pull.
Yeah, but, well, you can't. Like, it's...
Yeah,
but I think that just means that we have to go up with, like, a gentler angle. When we're actually, like, hopping off the platform, which is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing that.
Yeah.
Nice. Here, Nen's been doing well.
Oh, Nen's been doing fantastic. I faced him at this tournament. He beat me.
Yeah, he's getting really good.
Oh yeah.
How'd you do?
I did learn.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, how was the set?
It felt doable because as I was doing it, I was like, why am I afraid of pulling bomb because of cape? And so like halfway through, I started getting my rhythm because I was like, I can just throw bombs because he can't react with cape at any distance that matters. Mm-hmm. It has to be a read, and then that gives me tons of openings still.
You can do really mean things to like him as well. Like you can just like if you think that he's gonna if you're not sure if he's gonna like cape or not. A cool thing Aklo does is he just like lays the bomb down on the floor.
Yeah, I remember when you sent me that. That was really clever.
Yeah, because it's just like you just like put it in front of him and you're like, okay, well, you know, I'm not hitting you, but I am still controlling this. Like I'm still influencing the space near you. Like the bomb is still doing its job. It's fine. Yeah, exactly. See, like, so this would be a good example of, like, the type of thing I'm talking about. So, like, when you do this narrative shield, and there's nothing wrong with this narrative shield, to be clear. Like, but what I want to point out, though, is that, like, if we had just a little bit more presence of mind to see that he had already, like, moved away from us, like, a good amount... And maybe we, like, instead of naring instantly, we just... Because we have the platform right here to work with. Maybe if we, like, observe just for a moment... Because, like, if we just allow our... If we full hop and react just some... Like, a little... Like, some of the time. You see how he backs off here? This could have easily been a bomb pull. Like, directly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, just get to sort of full hop, instead of naring, full hop, bomb pull, right up to that platform.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, instead of naring, let's, like, full hop, confirm what he's doing. Cause, like,
okay, confirm during the full hop, okay.
Yeah, like, use it as an observation period. Because, like, when you go up there, what you could do is, like, you can like, you don't have to, if you think he's not going to attack right away, you could easily just like take that as a moment to observe and then pull the bomb like you know, halfway your way up, or you could double jump into it if there's a place you can go to, so forth and so on. And the thing is, like, again, your nair is fast. Worst case scenario, you just, like, there's nothing wrong with just if you see that he's, like, might come, if you see that he's kind of keeps too close for bomb to be good, then we can nair then. Because it's still going to auto-cancel, it's still going to do all its good things. As long as we do it in a timely fashion, it's still going to do all its good things anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense, okay.
Yeah. So, like, I think that, let's see here. So we have this... Yeah, see, like, it really looks like you're afraid to use your double jump in some of these spots. Like, you get into the air here, and I'm just, like, you get into the air, and I'm just, like, I really think that, like, double jumping onto the platform, or, like, that, like, getting lasered in that spot over there, I really feel like, you could probably just, like, double jump into, like, this could be, I think, a double jump bomb pull very easily.
Yes, yeah, because I was totally actionable. I could have double jumped there, yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, the big thing here, like, again, with characters who play under Falco and Fox's full hops, normally being in the spot you're in is, like, really bad because like, they just come on top of you with their attacks like he's doing in general. What I would urge you to do, though, is up, like, if you are underneath their, like, the kind of, like, cone of their, like, full hop trajectory, like, if you're, like, somewhat, like, centered under it, like, I would say those are the times you want to be up airing. But if you're, like, if you're closer to the edge of it, then that's the time you want to be nairing.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because, like...
because the up air would...
Yeah, no, explain. Tell me how does it make sense?
The up air would beat anything that, like... Because, again, up air only covers directly above, and then it would beat anything that I think any character has coming down on Link. And then it won't cover when you're, again, at that steeper angle towards them. Or, not steeper, but, you know, if you're further away from them, then the nair is faster and will probably come out, hopefully, before Anything that would beat it, like back air? Or, okay.
Yeah. So like here, let's do a. Let's make one of the. Let's just kind of like formalize this a bit. So we have like Corey. Corey has been wonderfully cooperative here by full hopping above Link and Falco. So let's from here let's pretend that Corey jumped straight up instead, just for funsies. So like if he like his Falco's jump kind of moves him like somewhere around like here, I think. Here between here and here, like between here and here, depending on the drift. With that in mind, what would you say? Like, let's say if Link is somewhere under here, under like this somewhere in this red box, would you say like it makes sense for him to up air?
Do I have a bomb in this situation? Like
no,
in this situation?
No bomb.
Okay. I think it makes sense. Right. Thank you. Yeah, I would say up air within that cone is good.
Okay. Well, in this section of the cone, because like what we want to say, because the other part of it is like we notice that like up air doesn't work as well. Like we notice up air doesn't work as well when he can kind of come at us from the side. So like what I would say here is, if Link was like up air makes sense if he's there in that area, but like what about more towards the edge of it? Like what if Link was say like if Link is here, this makes sense. But like what if Link was say like over here?
Probably not. There's a chance that like over there he might be able to. The up air might whiff, and then he could just maybe like get an aerial out that hits me instead.
So this is what I mean. This is what I mean. There's like kind of a section like this section here, like at the edge of the cone. Like I would say that like at the edge of the cone here, what often works better is to kind of like let him like. If we're on the ground here, if we're in this part of the cone, like towards the actual edge of it, and if we can get out of the cone, basically, in our current position, I would say that it's generally better to do so, because like you can we can easily like full hop here and fall on top of it. From here we could full hop here and fall on top of it after. From here we could even short hop back and like hit him on landing, or short hop like above it over here. Like you see what I mean? Like there's a lot of trajectories that like allow us to be like slightly outside of the influence of the cone, but with our jump. And generally speaking, like that's if we have the option to just get to avoid the zones that the cone controls, it's preferable to like having to actually play under it. So I would say here it's like these side areas are really more of like play out, like it's almost like kind of like play outside it, sort of outside with Nair,
right?
With Nair, you'd also have like bears here, bear. I'd say you also have like down smash, up tilt. Like you see what I mean? Like we're kind of like walking outside of it. You could even use your like up air to travel from here to here.
That's what I was about to ask. Yeah. Was if I did up air from there and I drift in that position, that I sort of like drift back to that position, then he either commits to drifting there and gets hit, or he
backs
goes
off
in a different direction. Yeah, he backs off and then he can't punish. Right? Yeah.
This is
okay.
Sharking 101. Like this is this is how your favorite your favorite Link players I'm pretty sure if you honestly I bet if you open a random video of like Honey Bear versus a Ganon or something, you will see this structure versus any stomp character, versus any character with a really good down air like Falco and Fox. Like at some point in the match you will see this sort of structure emerge, because it's just a classic. Marth does this all the time. Everyone does it. It's so good. Like everyone with this kind of up air that competes with things well, they do it.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Did Nen hit you with any down airs?
I don't think any down airs. What is Mario's down air? This is like a drill thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, he didn't. I don't think.
Good. Don't let him.
Right.
Mario's down air is not that good. Like there's no.
Yeah.
That move has no business. Like Nen makes it look good, and it upsets me every time he does.
Something I figured out too late in that set was that the only way he was really killing me was off of grabs.
Yeah.
And the moment I was playing not to get grabbed, I was doing very well.
Which is a really interesting dynamic, because it's like, he's really did not. I didn't really see him, like, pressure you all that hard. Like, I didn't really see him stay in the fight with you all that much. Which is really, really interesting, because I feel like he kind of did, like, a middling thing. Like, it felt like he was, it felt like he thought he was fighting Marth.
Yeah. Which I guess fair, kind of, like, in a way, just
sort
because of the sword. But yeah. And so, do you think he was respecting me too much in terms of giving me space to pull things, or?
Kinda, like, here, like, let's take a look, like, so, if I had to, like, give my, here, let's look at the Pokemon Stadium game. Like, just for, like, we'll put this at normal speed. So, like, and I'll tell you what I see. Okay. So what I see here is somebody who doesn't, like, what I see, the biggest thing I noticed right off the bat is that he doesn't really understand Link's weight. So, like, as an example, if we look at this, like, first interaction, with what he chooses for his combo, he goes for, like, an actual pillar, like, that down air shine attempt to me is crazy. Like, I cannot believe you thought that would work. And then, like, what follows it is just, like, I feel like he's not really, like, I feel like what the things that follow it are really, really conservative. Like, he's trying to, like, I do like that he tried to back throw you into the bomb. I think that made a lot of sense. But, like, it's slightly mistimed. Probably need another, like, pummel with, like, fine, like, but that's small fries.
Right.
What I would say here is, by the way, this is by the way, this would have been an opportunity to land on the platform, because, like, imagine you double jump in onto the platform and hit him. Like, yeah, you just dare him and he's gone. But what I notice here is that, like, he doesn't really seem to get, like, Link's weight or his air mobility. Like, that's the biggest thing I'm noticing. He's trying to call you out with, like, full hop. He's calling you out with full hop aerials. That was a good F smash. But he's picked and he's coming. This was good. But I really feel like the combo, like, the choice of, like, shine back airing to end combos, it feels like it's a decision that is motivated by not being sure what to do. Because I feel like what that does is, like, whenever you shine instant, like, double jump back air someone, you're basically conceding that the combo is over, and you're also hitting them with an aerial going up, like, after you just, like, shot them into the sky with the shine. So, you're not going to be close to them. I feel like it's I actually think that finisher sucks, unless you're using it for edge guarding, or it kills them. Or it's, like, super high percent, and you have nothing else to hit them with. Like, you have to use, like, the Shine Bear's, like, insane, like, frame stats to, like, connect the hits, just because they're at, like, 120 or something. But you're at, like, 40. Like, this is not what like, you don't need this. On the flip side, I think that with you, I think that, like, from your end, the combo decisions are a little bit, like, messy. Like, for me, like, not messy, but, like, so I love how you do this up air. Like, the up air you get on that platform is so good. Like, this is 10 out of 10 would recommend. But then but then the nair confuses me.
Yeah, I should have kept up airing, because I do it, I think, earlier in this match as well. Yeah, just on the other side. Yeah. Yeah,
I've seen you do. Like, yeah, it was perfect. Like, and the other thing that I notice is that, like, the attack angles you're choosing to, like, operate from, like, remember, like, are kind of weird. Like, because, like, with him being on this side platform, I feel like there's just, like, a smaller cone here, in a way, that uses his short hop as well. And I feel like we're, like, you kind of get what I mean, right? Like, if he's here, like, where would he, like, if he's here and he goes into the air, like, there's just, like, the cone is just in a slightly different spot. Like, this is about where his short hop goes to. So the cone is really more like here, but he can also jump forward. So, like, the cone kind of moves based on how he does. So, like, by us being here, we're trying to, like, attack upwards into, like, because, yeah, there's different, like, shapes and sizes of the cone based on his initial jump trajectory. Knowing this, you can see how, like, this nair doesn't really make a lot of sense here. Because, like, we're going up into him, but this only, like, is good versus certain cone things. And the other thing to keep in mind is that, like, because of the platform here, they're at where the cone is, it's not going to be one of these ones back here. It's all going to be the things going, like, or this one here either. Like, it's all going to be things coming forward. So, like, what we're really doing is, like, I guess actually he could stay on the platform, so it could also be this. But we're still attacking into, like, we're still effectively attacking into Falco. into like the front, like into a part of Falco's cone in some way. And to me, that's like that's just not what we want to be doing with Nair. If we were on the edge of it, that would make sense. Like if we jumped over here and kind of like came on, like kind of like went around him, this could be really good. But I think that's like, but that's not what we're going for. So I think that like the other thing here is like the cone. Cone on plats has similar rules. Has the same rules. There's like a few additional ones about shield drop and stuff, but like it's just in terms of the actual air-to-air component of it, like it's all the same stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that what he's doing is because I think that he's become very comfortable from his end with like playing to that. Yeah, like I think that like his main thing is like he kind of figured out like he's using Falco's like full hop cone effectively. And this is exactly like what we talked about, like with being at the edge of it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So like this is like in a neutral position on stage. That's where you put the up tilt, like the back end of up tilt. That's where you put like your like that's the spot you're basically jumping to relative to his double jump when you like move out of his zone with your up air.
Right.
What I'd say that you're doing well is you're starting to spot that you're underneath the cone, and you're like getting out of there. But when I think that like the big thing about Link and like sword characters in general is that you don't have to.
Right.
Like, or
I can
rather
actually do things.
Yeah, or you can get out of there while also like doing like while also actively like influencing the next interaction. Like that's would be like what the exiting with the up air to the side of it would do. So like so I would say that like what won you that game from the looks of it is mainly that like he figured out that like verticality is his friend here, but he didn't really know why. And what you figured out was that like he was using verticality, so then you use that to like get out of there and then set up your like projectiles and stuff again. So then you had like or like set up like good spots to beat him. So then like that's what you're like that was your adaptation basically. So all in all, like I think it's a good set. Like it's it's not the fanciest set I've ever seen, but it is a good set. Like there is clearly a back and forth going on. Yeah, and you had the upper hand. Good shit.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I appreciate your time and going through all this again. And yeah, sorry I haven't hit you up for games. I've lost wired internet, so I've been avoiding. I had a power line adapter. Somebody's obviously plugged something in somewhere, so I'm down to. But hopefully we can get some in-person games soon, or I solve the wired issue. And
yeah. So I'm gonna for takeaways. I'm gonna say instant double jump for doing your aerial tech chase onto the platforms. I'm gonna say the Falco's quote unquote cone and the counterplay of counterplay of playing below it with disjointed U-air / U-tilt, with disjointed U-air. And or moving to the edge of the cone and placing attacks onto where he lands, or in his path if he reaches. And then the other big one is like using Link's movements to bait enemy responses to earn bump pulls. And then the example would be like platform dash forward example, because I think that was one that I think spoke to you. Is there anything else from today that you want to flag specifically, or?
Let me just take a look at the images real quick. Well, the really good example of knowing when I'm getting like a knockdown, and in that position, if I can't capitalize off of it, like through a tech chase or something. Using it to pull bomb, to like take space and pull bomb.
Yeah, a near into airborne bomb pull. A bracket involves recognition of enemy percent, and where the nearest put descending gun.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. I love that. Because yeah, if you're hitting them across, like if you don't do it because they're on or close to a side platform or top platform or something, I totally get that, because like slide off is a thing. We don't want to like be caught like next to a fox that is actionable sooner than we expect him to be, or like a sheik who is actionable sooner than we expect them to be, and then they like are murdering us with their murder powers. That would be disastrous. So yeah, like that makes sense. So it's about where is it sending them? What's their percent go? Amazing. So with that.